So for those of you who don't know, I was a theater minor in college, and I like to pick out these big dramatic monologues. I like the screaming monologues. I like the dramatic monologues. That's what I like to do. Well, it was my final project, and I had to do a Shakespearean monologue. So I was looking for the right Shakespearean monologue. I had to do a dramatic one, and I had to do a funny one. And I came across this monologue from Shakespeare's play Merchant of Venice. And this monologue, it wasn't big and it wasn't dramatic like I usually like. It was very simple, but the words held a lot of power. And basically, what this monologue was about was this girl was acting on behalf of her husband's best friend as his lawyer because her best friend had a deal with a Jew. And that's important for the story because he didn't keep up his end of the bargain. And because he didn't keep up his end of the bargain, the consequence of that was death. So in the monologue, she's trying to save this guy's life. So she's talking to the Jew in the monologue, and basically what she says is, you Jew of all people should know that when you meet God on Judgment Day, you don't want God to show you justice. You want God to show you mercy, which is very powerful. And she continues and she says, and aren't you supposed to be reflecting the same attributes of God as a God follower? Now, I don't know if Shakespeare was a Christian or not, but he hit it head on of how we're supposed to live as Christ followers. As Christians, we are supposed to be different from the world. When people see us, they're supposed to look at us and realize, wow, they're really different from everyone else I've come across. We need to do a better job as living by example. We can't just be spewing empty words. We need to live as Christ. We need to live different from the world so people look at us and wonder why we're different from the sinful world. We should be an encouragement for people to learn more about Jesus and want to live for him. And as Christians, we should be living different from the world. We should be showing love. We should be showing patience. We should be showing mercy because that's what Jesus did. He didn't hate sinners. He loved them instead. And that's what made people want to follow Jesus, not the world. The problem with the Pharisees is they shame people. Shaming people does not want to make people follow God, but Jesus, he loves sinners. And that's what made people want to turn from their sins and turn to live for God. The point of the story is basically that we shouldn't continue to live for the world and live how the world would expect us to, but we should be bearing the fruits of the Spirit. We shouldn't be living for our sinful nature anymore, but we should be turning from that and turning to God. We should be wanting to bear godly attributes to show the world that we're different, that we're following after God. When people look at us, they shouldn't see the same person that we used to be. They should see a new creation. They should see God through us. We're trying to become more Christ-like. So we shouldn't be living how the world would want us to. We should be living how God wants us to.